We should be good. I'm in the wrong screen. There we go. And I have the music set up. Checking the levels. You have to make sure you like I'm actually audible over the music. But yeah, that should be good. Anyway, today going to be modeling one of the characters from like I said, the game I'm working on called Reap What You Sow. This is what he looks like. He is name is James, and he's a wood elf. So I'm gonna get started. Okay, I am in. There we go. I was in material preview. I don't know. And I actually have a few similar models to what I'm going for. I have actually made the decision to upgrade the generation console generation I'm imitating from N64 to GameCube. That's why I have GameCube era models as reference over here. I should probably take this out of take the main cube out of the reference collection. There we go. Anyway, so I have a few. I also have a GameCube. I have way more GameCube models, so if I really need to, I can pull up some more. also, well, actually, I'll pull up one right now to show something, you know, I really like that Blender, that this is, I forget what version of Blender this was added in, but first, let's make sure I'm on the reference. They just added drag and drop to, they added drag and drop in one of the versions, and I'm not sure which one it was, but I'm glad it's here. I think in the, I'm using Blender 4.5, and I think one of the highlight features was that it can import any, that you can pretty much drag and drop anything, which is really good. Anyway, in my study of GameCube era models, I've noticed that the polygon variety is a, I have to lock my chair in place. I've noticed that the, like, that the polygon count is much more varied as opposed to the N64. Like, Luigi here is only, you can't really see that though. Can't really see that. Well, actually, hold on. Ah, yes. Oh, that was weird. Can I make... Oh, this is not what I wanted at all. Anyway, I'm gonna pull up a, like, Luigi, but you can get the, is only around 3,000 triangle. 3,000 triangle. Oh wait, that included Leon's vest, but still, that's still pretty low compared to. That's still, like, like, Link here is a. All these models I have are around the 3K triangle mark. Well, I think this is Brendan. Like, he's around. He's barely over half of that, which makes sense if you realize he's like, further away from the camera, less, you can get away with less detail. So I'm gonna aim for probably around the, like, this is the model from Luigi's Mansion. I'm gonna aim for around the, like, this poly count. So it's like not too detailed, but also more detailed than on a GameCube. Going to remove the backpack, the poltergust straps, so I can really get a better look. And something I've noticed with GameCube models, like, every single one, for the most part, seems to be, like, is modeled in a T-pose. So I have that here. I have that here. I think the only character that I've modeled who isn't in a T-pose is Jess. That's because I just didn't. I honestly just didn't want to remake her model. Where? All right. Okay, do this. Bring that up there. I'm gonna need to change the wireframe color. Random object. Yeah, that's fine. That's visible. So, Leon really isn't the best example to use for this because he has a big, like, bulky jacket on. Like, Link is actually better because I actually have, he has a lower poly not really a lower poly. I don't really know if this is lower poly compared to Leon. I'm just using it I am talking Luigi shoelaces. I think those, yeah, those are texture details. So they're like, where the, like, of course the GameCube had a higher poly count, can do higher fidelity models, as evident by the fact that the characters now have fully modeled facial features. But I think the leap really shined is the texture resolution increase, because you would be amazed at how much good texture work can actually like add to the fidelity. But I don't think textures need to be as insanely high res as they are for modern AAA games. But still, like, going from the N64 to the GameCube was an insane leap. So what I'm gonna do here is very quickly. Oh wait, is he backwards? Huh. I legitimately didn't know. He didn't have shoelaces. He doesn't have shoelaces in future. Oh, what in the world? I know, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. A bit. But that is weird. So if I go, yeah, that is weird that they don't. That the models don't have shoelace. Luigi doesn't have. Nintendo didn't give him shoelaces to give the characters more detailed shoelaces. I'm trying to figure out what is going on with this Link model, with this Link rotations. It's like there's. Okay, I think I figured it out. Merge by distance. Delete that. Okay, this scares me, so I'm not gonna touch that. Actually, you know what? I can do one better. Just do this. There we go. Now the model is mirrored. Anyway, the main point of me doing that was so I could like clean up the, like, do some minor like de-triangling of Link's torso here, so I could potentially like so I could see where the contours are clearer, as opposed to just trying to follow the triangles. Because, like, if you know anything about 3D modeling, an adage is to avoid triangles. And in my experience, that is completely I was taught that quad topology for animation, triangle topology for games. And in my own research, I think I've heard that, like, no, I'm slipping over my own words. What is happening? In my own I've heard it said that game engines. I completely blank. I've heard it said that game engines triangulate all models anyway, so keeping triangles is fine. And in my experience, you're going a good 3D model, it should be modeled with quad topology, because that makes it easier to UV unwrap. Because it's like I can use an example right here. See, this edge loops around and doesn't select either of them because it doesn't know where to go. I am out of breath for some reason. I don't know what this is. Get rid of it. And now that I've like done some, and like a lot of this detail is for modeling in the clothing folds. At least I think that's what it's for. But yeah. Like, okay, maybe Link wasn't the best idea because he is technically, like, the belt is there, and it's not, he has a belt, but it's a good starting point to see what faces I need where. And I am always terrible at, I am still pretty terrible at, like, at just straight poly modeling a torso. You can see by the fact that I just deleted a bunch of faces. But do this, extrude it out. I'm gonna try something. Okay, do that, then delete the vertices. Okay, now what I can do is just model along the like my model sheet, so I can and then try and line it up with this. And looks like I'm going to need to go against the model sheet for a bit, because I think I made his neck too thick, or maybe we'll see. Extrude that back on box select. Yeah, like normally I would sculpt the character, but I think it is faster for a lower topology thing to just poly model from the get-go. No, want this, and I'm going to annotate on the surface, so this is like that. So this is what I have. This is what we're working with. And that goes there. So this and this. I'm probably going to bridge it across like that. But looking at this is set up so that can go. Aha! I understand now. So, okay, I get it. I'm gonna just this go. Like, I know I've deleted the work I was doing like four times already, but hey, that is just how trust the process. There's a block of faces there. This, bring this around and wrap it around like that. Like that. There we go. Going to add in a loop there. The loop cut there just because it's the bit of the pectorals. Let's do that. That. And it looks like I might need a bit more. We'll see how it goes. Bring this up and like that. That. There we go. That was weird. Bring this in. Do this. Merge at center. And I realized that I shouldn't have done that. Okay, this is where, like that. Okay, yeah. Want to bring this in. And the collar area is like this. I don't know why I am out of breath. Like, yeah. Do think I might need do this and yeah. Like the disadvantage to not sculpting is you have to vert push everything. Well, like that is fine. Where is my smooth tool? Actually, I can just do that. Nope. Round this out a bit more. Same with here. Then there we go. So in this, I'm judging from the reference, it wants to split off here, so we have a bit of, so there's a bit of extra geometry on the, like, for the armpits to bend. And then we want to grid fill. Do this, bring that there. There. Merge by distance. And there, it kind of looks like the Link torso. And then, oh, the annotation's kind of like, it just can have a complete, like, oh. I don't want that. Want this circle. Alright, pull that out. Then circle it again. Want to center this. I didn't put where the armholes were. And then, like, okay, yeah, I can put a loop through there. Then want these out of, can I grab the right vert, please? This is looking a bit scuffed. Will be the first to admit that. But something I don't know if a lot of people like. I don't remember where I figured this out, but if you go into sculpt mode, you can use the slide relax brush on even polymodeled stuff, and it'll smooth it out. Smooth it out really well. There, that looks slightly better. I'm gonna add in some more geometry just so so it doesn't look completely insane. Alright, we're gonna cut that there. Now, this is a... Actually, no, it doesn't need that. I was gonna add in, like, shoulder blades, but it's not there, and I'm trying to be at least semi-accurate. There's no modeled shoulder blades here, and I'm trying to be at least decently semi-accurate to the actual GameCube era modeling. So it doesn't go. So there's no. What there is a fair bit of extra geometry on the shoulder. Bevel. Then bring that in. Not there. Those get deleted. And here I'm gonna remove this whole loop right here. Right here is where the split is. So there's an extra one here. Going to fill these in. This is the kind of difficult part of 3D modeling. Okay, wait. Fill that in. These go here. Ah, okay, I get it. No, not like that. Fill that in. And then join. Do the same thing here. Same thing here. I'll have to compare against the other, like, torso I model, like the other character I modeled, and see if I did two I think I did two completely different techniques for the character modeling. So actually, I can pull it up. Wait, what am I doing modeling a torso? I can just kit bash the other model I made. Sometimes I wonder about where is I can okay, open recent. First of all, there he is. Then I just copy. No, on parent, clear parent, keep transformation. Remove the vertex group. There, and then don't need to save. Now, I hope I did things right. Do this, paste it in. Nope. And it. Okay. Oh, right, I forgot. Delete higher. Where is move to clear parent, keep transformation, move to scene collection, hide that. Delete hierarchy. Delete that. Unhide that. There we go. I just deleted the do all this, delete hierarchy. Then unhide it. There we go. And scale from the 3D cursor, turn on auto mirror. Now I can just adjust the proportions. Yeah, I can just adjust the proportions to fit what I need. So that was a interesting 30 minutes. Okay, where? Oh yeah, we're on from the 3D cursor. Oh. This is here. Object origin to 3D cursor, so I do. And do this. Let's move this up a bit. This. That. This. I want to. And this works way better than I thought it would. Just reusing a model I already had is, you know, since I'm an indie, since I'm doing this by myself, since I'm technically doing this solo, that's actually a really good that's probably a more than valid excuse. Let's see how badly this this kind of does misalign with the. I have a weird 3D model lean. We're going to scale these out. Probably even repurpose the boot, like the boots I made. We're gonna scale that down for now. Hold on, is there? There isn't. So do this, delete these. Oh, I 100% can repurpose the boots. I feel like a genius. Then we bring these in. Oh, there's just a random vert there. Then we cover up. Take this. Merge at center. Do that. And now I don't... Actually, wait, where's the skew tool? Do this. Yeah. Scale this up. This. You want to wait. The kneecaps should end here. And then pull that up. Not really the only custom work is the head, and then I can probably just transfer once I make the head here, I can probably transfer it over to other characters, to other non-reptilian characters. Oh. Do this. Move this here. Scale it. Wider. And then I'm just gonna move these shoes. There we go. That was way easier than I thought it would be. We're going to... move this. And I need to do some... Need to fix the... Actually, wait, no. Where's the scale cage? This... And I can even keep the same UV layout too, which is a plus. It means I don't have to UV unwrap. Do you think I might need to make his arms up, like, make his arms a bit, fatten them up ever so slightly to keep consistency with the legs. There we go. Uh-huh. So this guy right here, like I said at the beginning, his name is James. He is like he's the first character, or the first NPC character you'll see in the game. Let's see, my goal with this. Oh. My goal with the, like, he says the setting I've made is a bit different from normal Earth in that, yeah, that's fine. So, in that, like, there are no humans, instead fantasy creatures, because it's version of, not quite. He, like, although funny you should mention the ninja thing, because like these, like, a lot of the characters are like this guy is, my main inspiration was Giacomo from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. In terms of character design, in terms of, like, character. Where can I? There we go. So, the only faces delete right there. So the ninja, and he's best friends with the Atticus stand-in. So, yeah, like a lot. Something I do is, like, a lot of my inspiration, a lot of my characters are inspired by other characters. It's like, I don't know if that, like, I have like I don't. Like, so, like, there's a, it's more like, it's not I'm ripping off this character, it's I like the concept, so I'm going to do something similar. Like, for example, I made a character based off of Penny purely so I could use one of the characters I made for my Pokemix series outside of just fan works. And the one I made, and like, and she's really, like, her name is Cassie, as I call back to Cassiopeia. Regardless, I digress. Like, she's very much her own character. Like, outside of the fact that they are both like, they're both, like, nerds with, they're both nerds who like video games and have glasses. That's pretty much where these, they're both, okay, they're female nerds who both like video games and have glasses and semi-dyed hair, but that is where the similarities end. You know, how is the face modeled here? Okay, now I need to go in Where is my end panel? I don't know why it's doing that. Toggle edit, positive. I think the modifier might be slightly broken. But anyway. I'm going to disable wireframe. So like, once you remove the once you like de-triangulate these models, it becomes a lot more, the edge flow becomes a lot clearer. Yeah, it does look like a mask. Something I have noticed actually about these like actually a lot of game models is the face is its own, a character's face is a separate mesh from the rest of the character, and I don't know if they're, and like I'm sure there's a good reason for it, I just don't know what that is. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So like some things you can't really de-triangulate without it looking too weird, but this gets the idea across. This gets the basic forms across. Like, you see this I wouldn't do this because this is very clearly separated between this is very clearly where the nose ends and the cheekbone begins. And I'm going. Oh wait, where? Alright. Vert. Now I need to re-enable wireframe. And change the wireframe color to where is it? Oh, there it is. I can add so I can see what I'm doing. Oh. What mode am I in? There we go. Okay, so I have the eye loop, which I'm going to probably need to refine, but that's fine for now. Then fill these in across here. I am going against the reference a bit just to get these, just to make sure I have the good facial topology. I do legitimately plan to have like to make these guys pretty expressive. Like even if I don't get voice work, like voice acting, I still want them to emote. And And this goes here. Going to hide the rest of the body for now. Separate this, hide that, just so I can work on the face. And then these come together. That forms a loop like that. And then this goes like that. And I can add a bit of room. Oh, what is going on there? All right, there, that looks good. Join that. I'm not gonna have the nose be crazy. Like, this is gonna be a more stylized game than Twilight Princess, so I don't need to model the nostrils. I'm fairly certain I can just get away with having a single texture for it. There we go. And that across, do that. We know I want that there. That. Okay, I do need a bit more detail in the eye area. There we go. And then this is where the mouth will be. And that is that. That, bring these. Ugh. Ugh. That was nasty. These across like that. And then, oh, E2 flatten that. Do this, and then we're gonna do that. I do need to pull these back. This, pull this out. Okay, do this. Bring these forward a bit. There we... I think I got all the loops I need. Now it's just a matter of connecting them up. And now I'm gonna set this to... Where is... There it is. Merge by distance. Going to reattach this to that. Then bring this back here. I really hope this doesn't look like a very uncanny animatronic when this is done. Technically, this is one of the first times I have modeled a human-looking face, and I am really scared for how it's going to turn out. This needs to be beveled. Bring that down a bit. There we go. Now I can unhide the other cute and attach them together. And there. I'm probably just gonna finish the head, like attach all this up, and then call it for the night. There we go. But that actually connected way smoother than I thought it would. But I do need to relax this a fair bit. Oh, there's a dent. There's a forehead dent. This Mount Wario? Yes, it is. For all the time I've put into Mario Kart 8 and Deluxe, I never really appreciated how good this track is. I need to make his head a bit wider. Oh. I'm going to move the bridge that across and grid fill. Oh, what I just, oh. Okay, so do this. This. I'm gonna add one. I think there might need to be a bit more geometry around. Oh, yeah. There needs to be a bit more around the lips because I don't think it should be that tight. Extrude out. Then like just need to okay, yeah. That just gonna make this wider so I have more room. This, move this around. This. Feel like there should be more topology here, but that it remains. It remains. I'll see if I actually need it first. Okay. Okay, so do this. And then grid fill. No, that's not gonna work. Grid fill, loop cut, and then another grid fill. Okay, things are getting weird. That at least worked. I don't know why the eyes are acting weird. Yeah, his face still looks a bit oblong. Like this, I definitely need to fix that. Alright. The head is pretty much done. I just need to figure out how to hook it up to the neck. So say yeah. I think that's a good place to call it. So let's see when's my mic in the way. So that's turn the music down a bit. So yeah, that would be so next week. Like I'm like in terms of work, I'm probably gonna be working on music for the game because I started that track a few weeks ago, and I need to finish it. This will be you'll hopefully be able to see what James is gonna look like soon. It'll definitely be after the next devlog I release, which will be releasing very, very soon because I have everything I need except I still need to write and record the thing. So yeah, I look forward to that. The Black Knife remix releases tomorrow on this channel. So look forward to that, and I will see you all. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.